ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಡುಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ you don't know this song?
No, I have no idea what that song is. Hey, we are back with another round of movie reviews from 2022. We have a lottery style thing going here with all of the movie tickets that we've collected over this year.
And Briefka, we're going to give you a quick overview of what we're going to do. We're going to set the foundation with the ratings that we gave initially. What was our initial bottom line? Did we watch it again? Are we going to watch it again? Has our rating changed since we watched it initially?
Don't forget, there's going to be spoilers ahead, so fair warning.
Without further ado, Tiyara ticket to.
Oh, Viraata Parvam with Sai Pallavi and Rana. And I did watch it another time.
Oh, wow.
I didn't like it the second time around.
Okay.
I just thought it was a little, not cheesy, but something about it was just not real for me.
I think my issue was like, you know, in movies like Mr. Perfect, Majili, my issue with the female characters was oka desperacy untundi aa character lo.
Desperacy. I don't think I've ever heard it that way.
I think I might have created this word.
We are creating new dictionary words today.
So I understand falling in love, but I still don't understand giving up your entire life and dedicating it to somebody like that. And I think she lost herself, but what they tried to show was that she found herself. So I think that's where my conflict was.
I see. But wasn't that the purpose of the film? I thought it was like based on a true story that someone actually did fall that desperate into it and stuff.
Fan fiction style. So basically, I would have loved if this movie was where she fell in love with him and his writings, and then she fell in love with him because of his writing. And then what ended up happening was a Viplavanni preminchadam modalitte because she got associated with him. If she fell in love with that revolution, I think that would have been wholesome. Right now, it just feels like
she went after him.
Yes.
It wasn't the revolution. She went after him. I see your point.
Yes.
I think I would have agreed with that fan fiction theory as well.
And even chivarlo kuda she's like, నా ప్రాణం ఎవరికైతే సొంతమో వాళ్ళ చేతిలోనే కళ్ళు మూస్తున్నాను లాంటి డైలాగ్ ఉంటుంది చూడు. That just shows that it's about him. There's nothing about the Viplavam. And if it is about him, they didn't really show that love. They didn't really show that connection.
But I think her acting was phenomenal. I mean, she just keeps getting better and better at these films.
I feel like these kind of films are written for her, or written with her in mind.
I remember everybody giving their best for this role. What did we rate it?
We both gave it a 5.5. So this was in the nascent stages of our rating lives, where we both kind of agreed on a rating and just gave that.
I see. So we didn't have individual ratings. Okay. I think I would change it to a 4 now.
Okay.
Okay. I think that makes more sense.
And
what would you do it?
I agree. I really wish the bottom line of this movie could have been Intadaka Puttaledaga Prema Kanna Goppa Viplama. And that is a song.
Whoa. English, please.
There's no greater revolution than love.
I'm literally learning Telugu through her right now. Viraata Parvam, done. What's the next movie? Oh, Bramhastra. But we watched it in Hindi, not in Telugu.
Oh, correct.
So,
Shiva! Oh, my beanie.
You know, I vetoed that name from my dictionary now. Like, even if it comes up in dance practice, I'm like, nope, no, Shiva.
Shiva?
Wait. Shiva. The positive thing about this film is that I felt the graphics were really nice. The Shah Rukh Khan scene in this was like very cool. When the movie started, I was just like, whoa, we are in for a treat maybe, because like that whole sequence was like very intense.
I think the first half was really good. The second half, from when he goes, it's Amitabh Bachchan, kada?
Yeah. Dude, there was a lot of people in this film that this was a whole Karan Johar family reunion.
I think from the moment that Amitabh Bachchan showed up, I like lost interest in the way the plot was going. Because up until then, I was like, I wasn't sure.
It's love. The love. This was like Marvel, Harry Potter, and maybe some DC stuff, like all just merged together into one.
Yeah.
So instead of like getting the Infinity Stones, you're getting the Astras.
So you're like so disinterested.
I'm God, this movie.
So I'm gonna set the foundation. I gave it a 7. You gave it a 5. And the bottom line was something for everyone. And I think I still stick by the bottom line because there was a lot. Like if you wanted
I thought the bottom line was gonna be Shiva.
Actually, maybe yes. Definitely, like, one thing I still am in suspense about is it going to be Deepika and Ranveer?
The whole like ending, we're like, is this gonna be Ranveer? Is it gonna be Ranveer? But they don't show it. So
Yeah.
that was the only thing I remember from the film. Only because they were introducing so many people. We're just like, are they gonna do another reveal? And that was kind of the only interesting factor about this film. I also did want to say though, the love story that they put between Shiva and what's her name?
Shiva's girlfriend.
Sure. Did not understand that one bit. Why did she even follow him after knowing him for less than 24 hours? Literally lost the whole plot with that whole love story thing.
What the heck was Ranveer doing? Like, why was he shaking like he was on something?
Yeah, that too. Ooh, I forgot. Nag is in this movie. How did you feel about Nag in this film? Nag is Nagarjuna, but how did you feel about Nagarjuna?
Best friends.
Yeah, men best friends. And Nag and Nag sir.
Nag uncle. I really wish someone dubbed his Hindi for him because his Hindi made me cringe so bad.
I don't know Hindi, so
I don't either, but
I couldn't even figure it out. I think the only thing why they're bringing everybody together is one, to create the hype. Pan India film.
Panam India.
To show that like it has all these like Marvel-esque kind of things. That's why I think they're bringing all these people together to give it more of a Marvel effect. Ooh, the fighting. What about the stunts?
Stunts, I feel very good about the action, the graphics, all of that stuff.
Yeah, action meaning like actually the distribution.
Oh, not acting.
Not acting. That
Acting
I don't know
was,
what that was all about.
Acting was Yaktu. Next.
Super.
Thanks, Wendy.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about this film anymore.
Okay,
but
so has your rating changed?
What did I give it? A 5?
A 5.
Yeah, it's a 5.
Mine's a 4.
Next movie. Star, mega star. I think that's our bottom line for this Godfather.
Sneha gave it a 6. Sweeney gave it a 6. Therefore, it was Review Rani's rating was a 6.
Very nice. We agreed on this.
We agreed on this.
Yeah.
And I think this was actually one of her more honest review. Like, ante hype lo unna gani honest ga ichina review.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm not going to change my rating for this.
I'm not either. And honestly, like, we were freaking out. Like, if you guys had seen us in the theaters, we were like screaming. We were like, manche mass audience like it.
But we also dressed up as Chiranjeevi dupes. So, like,
what were you?
I was Mutha Mestri.
And I was Shankar Dada, MBBS.
There's nothing to really, talk about this film. It's just very much hype, slow motions. Chiranjeevi is on screen, and like there's some good. Satyadev's acting was really good.
This is not a Chiranjeevi movie. This is a Satyadev movie. That is my new bottom line.
Wow.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this, but Satyadev dominated Chiranjeevi.
I don't think that's. You're not off the mark. And I think there was a lot of buzz that he did do a good job. So
if he plans well, I think he can be our next Prakash Raj.
Oh, I totally see that.
Yeah.
For a movie like this, you would have expected Prakash Raj to be that character.
Yes.
But he wasn't. And yet somehow we didn't miss him in this film. Wow, I don't like saying that, but maybe that's just... what did we think about, like...
Nayanthara?
I was going to say that. Yeah. I thought she did fine. Nothing to really write home about, but she did good. It's like one of those mass commercial films that like you just get roped into because you just want to know what happens. And that honestly, the ending with Salman Khan and like the Tarmar thing, I was just like,
that was Salman Khan ki comedy.
That was Salman Khan ki comedy. Enjoy kijiye.
I have no desire to rewatch this movie.
Me neither. But I'd still give it a 6 because I thought like acting was good. At least you could follow the screenplay. Direction was fine.
And చూడటానికి అంటే మంచి కలర్ఫుల్ గా ఉంది సినిమా. Any change in bottom line?
No, it's star, mega star plus Satyadev. All right, next movie. All right. Oh, Saakini Daakini.
Oh,
fun fact about this movie: we were the only ones in the theater watching it.
Yeah.
So we were having a blast.
So I gave it a 7. You gave it an 8. Bottom line was love the feminine energy.
I've watched it another time.
I have not.
I've seen it like another 1.5 times. So I think I would change my rating to a 7.
I think I would actually change my rating to a 5. It seemed quite amateur.
Exactly. 100% amateur. The story was underdeveloped, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
They kept us on our toes for the first half when she got like hit and then kidnapped and they just couldn't figure out what to do. And then the second half was just like
When there are like strong female characters, why can't there be male characters supporting them? Why do male characters have to not support them in order for these people to showcase their talents?
Screenplay was fine, but they underdeveloped the story of the girls being, kidnapped and like used for medical things and stuff. The action sequences were a little bit amateur, like you said. After watching a different female-centric film, which we'll get to, I felt like, they actually did not fight that well, and it didn't hit like it did in the theaters when I watched it back.
And also the frames and everything, avi kuda nik chaala amateur ga anpichayi. Ante like it didn't seem complete.
Them solving the problem was good. It just didn't hit. Okay. All right, good.
Okay, next.
Favorite one. This was probably our best review, in my opinion. The Warrior.
Oh my god! Actually, you know what? We got a lot of like visibility with this one.
Yeah. Also, who is watching these reviews? We were looking at these the other day to like go make our notes, and there was like 18,000 views or something on. Anyway, thank you, but who is watching this?
Thank you, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think for this, our bottom line was Krushi unte doctorlu police lavtaru ayi andarni kummestaru ante. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, and it was just too comical.
Okay, ticket ki rendu cinemalu.
Yeah, because what was the second half to the first half?
It almost felt like an audition reel. It's like Naluna shades anni Kamal Hassan.
You know that scene in Magadhira, you know that scene in Dookudu where MS Narayan is showing all the different shades that he can. That's literally what this felt like. Full on audition reel. Hey, mana character dorkesar, mana Singapore Rajesh mana hero. Yeah, mana hero dorkesar andi kind of a feeling.
Why did they have to cut her voice out? Like that whole thing really disturbed me.
No, because she can whistle. Whistle. Yeah, that thing. Let's be very honest, her role was not even needed. They could have made this whole film without her in it. What was the whole medical? Why did they go to the doctors? Oh, he was a doctor.
He's the doctor.
This was what I'm saying. Like, you went from being a doctor to a police in 2.5 years. When did you do the application? When did you get in? When did you quit your job? Like, ivanni calculation of this.
And also, how about the recovery time? Because he was hanging.
Ante recovery leda. Ante he just directly went to police with your limping leg and the heart thing. Come on, bro. Please.
We both gave it a 5. I would give it a 3.
This is easily a 3. Yeah, this is not a 5. Why did we give it a 5?
I think we both were feeling very nice and happy. Adi Pinishakti was really good.
You notice how all the villain characters are doing really well this year?
That's because they actually have to try harder, because heroes are like, they just...
What are they doing? Yeah, they're changing their full-on like professions and like... Also, this was very gory.
Oh yeah,
there was a lot of blood in this film. Anyway, okay, one more. Okay, next. Oh, Radhe Shyam. I remember putting a caption. We didn't do a proper review for this one, but I remember putting in like my Instagram story when we were watching it. My mind is either going to be blown or blown off.
Which one was it?
And it was blown off.
Wonderful.
So, I guess that's the bottom line. The only thing I really enjoyed about this was the aesthetic. I thought it was pretty, like, to view.
Naku, I would have preferred if this movie was a tragedy. Like, if they had not met at the end, I think I would have been happier with that.
It would have been more realistic. Yeah. And, like, you built up the whole time, like, oh, they're both gonna die. They're both gonna die. And then they lived.
There's so much conflicting information.
What if they died together? That would have made way more sense, right? Like, okay, fine, you can't live without each other, but you're destined to die. Yeah. So both die at the same exact moment.
Yeah.
Also, how does cancer get cured like that?
వాళ్ళిద్దరి ఫేట్ అంత స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఉంది, వాళ్ళకి కలవాలని రాసి పెట్టుంది కాబట్టి
ప్లీజ్
ప్రపంచం అంతమైపోయినా వాళ్ళు మాత్రం కలిసి తీరుతారు అంతే.
This was so cringe to watch because one, what was she doing with the whole train thing and flying out and and I'm like, what?
Like, why would you say that to random people?
Exactly.
Like, okay, fine. Fate, destiny, you say that to your soulmate, whatever, like, that's fine. And then they end up together. But she does this with random people. Also, I have a big problem with flirtationship.
Oh, I erased that from memory and you brought it back.
You
wow,
are welcome.
that's disgusting. That was terrible. And then the whole like riding on the bus thing. They were trying really hard to make this cute. They were trying to do like a new Maya Chesavi. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. It was just lame and cheesy.
Yeah, I actually even like their love story. Like, don't get me wrong, I like their love story. One thing I will say is I like the songs much more now than I did back in the day.
I actually thought this was a decent album. You don't really get decent albums at all. Like, remember back in the day? Again, I sound like a dinosaur. Not chinnappudu. When the songs were on cassettes, okay? The whole album was like really good. You could listen to each and every single song in full. Now these days you get one song maybe that's like decent to listen to, and then everything else is just like blah. So this was actually one of those films where each song was good enough to listen to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's good for that's good for now. I need another break. But yeah, we'll be back with another round.
Grand finale.
The grand finale. So grab the popcorn.
Cheers.
Oh. Can't do this. Anyway, see you next time.